Oh, there you go.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Fred Jones. I have the privilege of speaking with best-selling author Alicia Berberich. Alicia, how does it feel being an international number one Amazon best-selling author?
Well, it's a thrill of a lifetime, Fred. I've been dreaming about this time for a long time, and it's finally arrived. I always wanted to write a book, but I just never could get myself organized to do it. The writing part is easy, but then, everything else is sort of a muddle. So just to be able to have my book out in the world and to be have it so well received is really exciting. So I'm super excited today.
So we're talking about this book. Well, no, we're not. I was about to share my screen there, and it's not on the one that I want it to be on. So we're not going to share that one, but we're going to find your book, and then we're going to share it on the screen. How about that? Okay, we'll
Fine.
do that. Okay,
My,
we'll
my
share.
book is called Power Up Your Productivity.
Uh-huh.
And right there it is. And I envision it to be a series. And this is the first one, How to Be More Productive from Your Home Office, which seemed really pertinent at this time. So I'm very excited about that. And
Yeah.
productivity is something that I've always been excited about. And I've done workshops and things, but I've never actually written a book. So it was because I met you and felt really comfortable with you, and your business is to take a person from a book to develop a brand to develop a business, and that is so exciting. So actually, Fred, you're kind of still stuck with me because we've only got number one, the book, and now we have to build the brand and build the business. So
I
we
was
still
just
have a
thinking.
long way to go.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that because you see, we got tears to this process. So now, Alicia, what was life like before you wrote this book? What were some of the things you're struggling with or wanted to was getting in the way?
Well, I'd say mostly that I wasn't focused on a good goal. I mean, I'm always been a hard worker. I've worked really hard on doing different things, but it wasn't all under like the same umbrella. So I wasn't working, all my effort wasn't going towards the same goal. I have my blog that I did here, I do copywriting there, I have a lot of different things going on. And we talked about it, and you said, why don't we bring it all together? You've been blogging about, Monday morning motivation for 5 years. Like, that falls under the productivity motivation category. Why don't you write a book about that? Or just take some of these, 5 years worth of blog posts and make them into a book. It's like, you could do it. It's simple. You've written hundreds of thousands of words, so do it. So it was because of your confidence in me, Fred, that I finally got it all organized and figured out what I wanted the book to say and how I wanted to move forward.
Wait a minute. My confidence in you. Okay. So you got to unpack that. Okay. Of course, when I first met you, I saw this lady in the back of the room. We were there in this mastermind group, folks. And we both have paid like double figures. What is it? 20. We paid a lot of money to be in that mastermind. Am I right about it?
That was an
Okay.
expensive room.
Yeah, that was an expensive room, very expensive room. So you're in the back there and you were writing and you're commenting. And I was like, that lady, she's sharp, And I'm like, I would love to, they were talking about having partners and everybody getting together. And so I was like, I would love to have her as an accountability partner. And I kind of said that to myself. And then sometime later, you like, are you working with someone? And we kind of connected. But I saw a gift in you. And I want to say that here now. And sometimes when I get to interview authors that I've worked with, I get to just kind of like tell them what I think. How about that? So I'm going to tell you what I think. You are a jewel and a gift of creativity. You are quick wit. You are sharp. You know how to figure things out. You are an accountability master. So if you are business accountability mastery, I've seen you do that with me as an accountability partner. So what did it mean for you to connect with a colleague who let's just say, saw you bigger than what you see yourself? What did that mean for you?
Right, because all the things you talk about as being gifts for me, those are all the things I got in trouble for as, growing up. My mouth would shoot off before, my mother would always get mad because I would speak before I thought about what I was saying. I would just say whatever came into my mind. I had no filter system. So I was always getting in trouble for that. which is why I had to sit in the back of the classroom and say things quietly so nobody would hear, because I have no filter system. Anyway, so but you saw these things and saw them as gifts as opposed to being things I had to overcome. So just to have someone who sees the things in you that are these treasures helps you to step into bigger shoes.
Wow. Well, I definitely see it as a gift. I mean, I had in our class, you know, a lot of times classes are kind of quiet or groups are very timid and there's not any fire in the groups. Not if you're in the group, you're going to have something to say. You know, so I appreciate that. So very good, very good. So as a result of that, as a result of having someone alongside of you who saw you, what did that enable you to do?
Well, you had a path that I could go on that would lead to not only writing my book, but getting it published, creating it a way to become a bestseller. And then from there, how you build your business, you know, create the brand and build a business from that. So you
Mm-hmm.
have a system, and I always love a system. It's so exciting. So I thought, oh, well, that's something I could, you know, get my arms around, and I can do all that, because they're just, you know, it's all small steps that you have to take. You say, well, write a number one bestseller. And it's like, oh my God, I'm like, can't even write my Christmas cards. Are you kidding me? And, but you're like, no, you know, you just sit down. Here's a method to get it done. I followed the method. I got it done. And, you know, and then we just kept moving. If you sit around and think about it too much, nothing happens. So you collect dust. But this way we were just like, keep moving step by step and knocked it out of the ballpark.
So I get a text message and it says, yesterday I was Alicia. Today I'm an Amazon best-selling author. Tell me about the transformation. Tell me how that, I noticed you smile. Tell me, what does this feel like? Tell me about the change.
Because it's like I stepped into those bigger shoes and now they fit. Now they're not bigger shoes anymore. It's like I can write a book, I can publish it, I can have it rank as number one. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of big.
Not only was it number one, it was number one in three categories. It
Yeah.
just kind of shifted a little bit. There it is right there, folks. Number one in money, business, and short reads, money. 45-minute business and money short read. I'll figure it out here in a moment. And then we go there, and there she is right there, number one. And then we'll click on it, and we'll go down here, and we'll see that you are ranking at number one right there, and you're number one right there, home-based small businesses.
Yeah.
And now you got, now here's something else here I noticed. Publisher is Power Up Publishing. And this is one first edition. Tell me about Power Up Publishing. How did that come about?
Well, because when you publish on Kindle, you are the publisher
Uh-huh.
yourself. So, and my vision is to do a series of these books to help, you know, small businesses and entrepreneurs be more productive. And there's different things that you can do, like having a mastermind group, having an accountability partner. So I envision doing a series of books that will help small businesses and entrepreneurs. But it doesn't have to be, because just anyone who's working from home, like when my kids were young, I had a mastermind group of moms, and we got together regularly and we helped each other to become better moms and helped each other talk about issues that were really difficult for us. So it doesn't have to just be limited to business. It's like you can use all these things to get support and be a better person, whatever you're doing.
Why are you, or what qualifies you to be the Power Up Productivity Coach for business women? What gives you the authority to do what you do?
Have you not seen those big balls I have? I mean, I've been studying productivity for a long time and I really love it. And productivity is not about like being super organized and having everything where it belongs, or, you know, but productivity is about knowing what you want to do and doing it, like keeping yourself organized so that you achieve the things that you want to achieve. And you have
Mhm.
to be able to do that like in a situation of community, of family. And so really just getting yourself organized. So I have a lot of experience with that because, you know, besides having my bestseller book, I have 3 teenagers, 2 dogs, a husband, my mother with Alzheimer's lives with us. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and it's just being able to do everything all the time. And it's not about being perfect. It has nothing to do with perfection, because I am so far from perfect. But the thing is, you just get things done, take small steps, move forward, and do the things you want to do. Because otherwise you're just going to die with your dreams inside of you. I wanted to publish a book. If I hadn't met you, I'd still be thinking about wanting to publish a book. So
Mm-hmm. Who do you work with? Who are the people you serve? Who are the people that are attracted to you?
well, I worked with small business owners to help them build their business. I work with um, like I said, worked with moms for a long time to help them become better at what they're doing and to really focus on achieving the goals that they want to achieve. I do workshops for coaches on setting up systems to help them to become more productive.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 2011. I started
2011.
doing workshops in San Francisco, and we moved and lived in Paris for 2 years. I taught workshops in Paris, and that was really fun. They were also super interested in how Americans think and produce so much. So it was really, really fun.
What do you enjoy most about what you do?
Well, I really love working with people and talking to them and trying to see the things about them that they can't see. Kind of like what you do too, Fred. You
Mm-hmm.
see things about people that they can't see for themselves, and that's what I love to do too, because my clients come and they have all these limiting beliefs that hold them back. I think I must be like the shoemakers whose kids don't have any shoes, because like all the issues that I'm dealing with for myself is what I help other people with, because I can see them for who they really are and for the possibility, and to really see them step into their own shoes and grow to blossom to be the best they can be is super exciting.
Mm, mm, mm. Can you tell me why that excites you?
Because I hate to see wasted potential. Like when you see someone who has so much, we all have gifts to give the world. And when you're not using their gifts and they go to waste, like God didn't put you here to wallow around and do nothing. You're here for big things. You have to grow and become all that you're meant to be so that, you can fulfill your promise to the world. You've got to do that. And if you're not doing that, then not only are you hurting yourself, you're embarrassing God, who's like, hey, that's not what I put you there for. You got things to do. And then all the people who really need the gift that you have to bring to the world. It's super important.
Yeah. Power up your productivity. How to be more productive from your home office. So more and more people are working from their offices. What advice or tips would you give to them that would help them? Give them a tip from your book or something.
Well, I think I have so many tips from my book, but one thing that's so important that people don't think about when they're working from home is that there's other people living there too. And it's the number one thing is communication. To talk to them and say, okay, I'm working my job here. These are the hours that I work, setting boundaries. I need it to be quiet during these times. I need internet bandwidth during these times, and just to lay it out so everyone knows, because they also have their expectations of you, and you have to set those all out on the table so you can deal with it. So the number one thing to be successful in working from home is communicating with everyone, so you know.
Hmm. If you were to give me one secret to your success, what would that be?
Planning. You need to take the time to plan what you want to do. And like Eisenhower said, once you get into battle, who knows what's going to happen with the plan, but you need to plan, because that organizes your mind and gets you set on the right path to begin with. So Sunday night, spending 15 minutes just thinking about the things that you need to do this week and setting that plan down. And then at the end of each day, going through the plan to make sure. I mean, I think that's the number one thing that most people miss in terms of their productivity and success of the things they want to achieve, is doing the maintenance aspect, which is, this is what I set out to do. This is what actually happened. So why didn't I achieve the things I want to achieve? What can I do differently next time to make it better? And so like reviewing what's happening every day is really going to help set the stage for you to be better tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But it takes thinking about what you did, what worked, what didn't work, and how you can change it to make it better for the next day.
If there was one business quote that stands out most to you, what would that be?
Well, my favorite quote is the Theodore Roosevelt "In the Arena" quote, and I don't have it here to read to you, but he said, it's like the people in the stands are criticizing and making comments about you, but it's the one in the arena who's doing the work, who's sweating and really doing all the work, that is the one that needs to be applauded, because they're not standing by the sides talking about life. They're in the game, playing the game, doing the work. And that's what I encourage everyone to do, is like, don't be sitting on the sideline criticizing. You need to get in there and feel what it feels like to be in there. You need to feel, I needed to feel like what it felt like to be there, writing a book, to publishing the book, to try to promote it out so that I could achieve the #1 success. I mean, I'm in the arena, and that's what everyone needs to be, in the arena, not criticizing like, oh, it's so stupid, anybody could do that. I'm like, all right, you do it.
Yeah.
Got to be in the game.
Get in the game. Get in the game. If there was one unique thing about you that very few people know that you would mind sharing, would you tell us?
Well, I mean, you can see that I'm kind of a blabbermouth, so I don't really have that many secrets. But the really sort of stupid thing is, I teach water aerobics, and I've been teaching water aerobics for 16 years, but I really hate to get my face wet in the pool. And when I swim, I never put my face in the pool. I only do breaststroke. So there's my stupid, embarrassing thing.
All right. Power up your productivity.
See, I'm super motivating. I get all of the people who come to my water aerobics class to work harder and move their bodies. And I push and push and push them. And usually when you go to water aerobics, the people who come tend to be like 60 to 80, or I've had clients who are 91. And all the other teachers are so nice and just go ahead and do it. And I'm like, move that body. I like to be motivating.
I can see it all over you. Just
because you're 91 is no excuse for not doing it.
Oh boy, this is wild.
People rise to the level you set for them. If you set the bar low, they don't have far to go. You need to set the bar high so that they can work and achieve what they really want to do. You feel better when you're pushed harder and you achieve more. Like if the bar is low, it's like, that's nothing. You got to work at it to appreciate what you've got.
That is true. There's this quote that says, deep down on the inside of us, all of us have a secret desire for someone to call us out to a greater level.
See, that's what you did for me. You called me out to a greater level. See, Fred, I'm nothing without you.
Oh, well, I don't agree with that.
You're my support system.
Well, I mean, you're it for me as well. We're here together. AB, I just realized that. AB, Alicia Berberich.
So the thing about you is that you see the vision for the long haul. It's not just publish your book, but also to build a brand and create a whole business. So you're creating opportunities for so many people the small business is what pulls the United States up by its bootstrap. And we need small businesses now more than anything. And so this as a methodology is just going to move the needle.
Yeah. Well,
that's super exciting, Fred. Super exciting.
Well, I'm excited. It was a joy working with you. You know, you and your team, your daughter there did the illustrations for your books. You did a phenomenal job, a beautiful job.
Well, they worked really hard getting everything up on Instagram and Facebook, making the posts look good, and they were really supportive. And my son too. They were really great.
They did it. Any closing comments you want to say to the audience before we go?
Yes, if anyone is at all hesitant to work with you, they can call me, because you make things happen. And you make things happen on a timely basis, and you don't let them drag it out forever. You just get it done, Fred. You're the doer.
You're the best, Alicia. Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure speaking with you. I want to wish you the best on your book, with your brand and your business as you keep going to the top.
Great. Thanks, Fred. Take care. Bye.